Hello class, today we are going to be learning about 2D shapes. I told you that we would get to learn about shapes. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our lesson. So some examples of a 2D shape are triangles, squares, rectangles, diamonds, a rhombus. A rhombus is technically called a diamond, or a diamond is technically called a rhombus, and circles. So a 2D shape is a flat shape. Flat shape meaning that you cannot see all around it. Let's look at some examples of some 2D shapes. So some examples of 2D shapes are triangles, a square, a rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, and octagon. And we're going to take a moment and we're going to talk about each of these shapes and what makes each of these shapes unique or their attributes. So if we look at a triangle, I said a triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices. So the 3 sides of a triangle, 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides. Angles are these corners of the shapes. And then vertices. The vertices is where the 2 lines meet. So in order for a shape to be a triangle, it has to have 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices. Now let's look at a square. A square has 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices. So 4 sides, I'm marking the sides now. 4 angles, these are the angles, and 4 vertices. And remember, vertices are those points where the 2 lines meet. Those are vertices. Squares also have 4 equal sides. So every side of the shape of a square is equal. This side is equal to this side. This side is equal to this side. All 4 sides are the same length. Now let's move on to our rectangle. A rectangle also has 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices. But what makes a rectangle different from a square is a rectangle has 2 opposite sides that are equal. So these 2 sides are equal, and these 2 sides are equal, which gives us our 4 sides. It also has 4 angles, and then it also has 4 vertices. Remember, vertices is the point where the 2 lines meet. Next shape that we have is called a pentagon. Everybody say that with me, pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides, 5 angles, and 5 vertices. What does a pentagon look like? If you said a house, you are correct. Look, it can be a little house. Pentagon can be a house. Or it may look like a baseball diamond. So let's look at the number of sides that a pentagon has. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pentagon has 5 sides. It also has 5 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it also has 5 vertices. In order to make a shape called a pentagon, it has to have 5 sides, 5 angles, and 5 vertices. Let's look at our next shape, a hexagon. A hexagon has how many sides? Correct, 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And guess how many angles it has? Correct, 6 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many vertices? 6 as well. That is what makes a hexagon a hexagon. And our last shape is an octagon. An octagon has 8 sides. What else does an octagon remind you of? If you said a stop sign, you are correct. A stop sign has 8 sides. A stop sign is an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Oh, 8 angles and 8 vertices. And those are just a few of the 2D shapes that we are going to learn about. Triangles, squares, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, and octagon. All right, let's move on to our next slide. Quadrilaterals. I want you to say that word to yourself. Quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals is a special name for shapes with 4 sides. So here are some examples of a quadrilateral. We have a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, which also looks like a diamond. We have a parallelogram, and then a trapezoid. And all of these shapes have 4 sides in common. And this is what makes them quadrilaterals. They also each have 4 angles. And they also each have 4 vertices. So today, when you're talking to your parents about what you've learned, you can say, I learned about quadrilaterals. And then you can tell your parents that a quadrilateral is a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, a parallelogram, and a trapezoid. That's all you need to know for our lesson today. I want you to go back to your Google Slides and complete your activity on which one does it belong. Do your quadrilateral search. Don't forget your exit ticket. And then see if you can find objects around your house that have 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, and 6 sides. Remember, a 3-sided shape is called a what? A triangle. A 4-sided shape is called a what? Quadrilateral. Yes. A 5-sided shape is called a pentagon, and a 6-sided shape is called a hexagon. Right. If you still have questions, make sure you get on Zoom and I'll be there to answer your questions. See you later.